All right, you guys, so welcome to Unit Expressions and Equations, student handout number 2. So each of you should have received one of these papers that looks identical to mine. I want you to first fill in your name, the date, and your period number. That's really important. And then you will put this in your notebook so that way it's nice, neat, and organized. So, as you can tell from the title, it says Expanding and Factoring Expressions. Simplify the following expressions by following the order of operations. Well, what are the order of operations? Some of you might have heard of, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or PEMDAS. So, there's a few things that we have to remember here. Whenever we see parentheses, we usually have to do that first, right? So for number 1, what do we have? 9 plus 3. What's 9 plus 3? 9 plus 3 is 12. 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 in parentheses mean multiplication. 12 times 6 is what? Okay. Sorry guys, my camera died, so of course I didn't get to finish even answering the first problem, my fault. So, we have 6 times 12, and that gives us 72. And that's your answer. Now, another way, in addition to solving it this way, you could, let me see if I have a different pen, which I do. You can distribute 6 times 3 is 18. So I'm just going to write it down here. 18 plus 6 times 9, oh my gosh, is 6 times 9 is 54. So 54 plus 18, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 72. Okay? So there's a couple different ways that you can solve. Let's do number 2. Now that my camera hasn't died and I'm a little bit more warmed up, I still have kind of a little cold going on, so please, 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 please forgive me. Okay, so let's just go ahead and add 9 plus 2. Let's do what's inside the parentheses first. 9 plus 2 is 11. And then we have 5 times 11 is what? I'll give you a couple of seconds. And that is going to equal 55. Okay, the other way that we could have done it is 5 times 9, and then 5 times 2, and then add them together, and you would have still gotten 55. All right, number 3. Let's first do the subtraction, okay? 8, well, let me say, let's first go ahead and do what's inside the parentheses, okay? And that's the subtraction. 8 minus 4 is 4. 4 times 2 equals 8. Very good. All right. How is 7x plus 2 different. Brainstorm how this problem could be simplified. So the variable x has replaced a number. The process will still remain the same. You have 7 parentheses x plus 7 multiplied by 2. So, oops, hello camera. So let me go ahead and write this down. The variable x has replaced a number. Okay. The process will remain the same. It would be 7x parentheses plus 7, 2. 7 multiplied by 2. Okay, and if you can't see that too well, I will write this on the board. Okay, here, let me just zoom out just a bit for you guys. Again, the variable x has replaced a number. The process will remain the same. 7 times x plus 7 times 2. Distributive property. This is really important, guys, that you know the definition so that way you know what you're doing. We're not just here doing random math equations. You guys need to know exactly, why we're doing it. And so even though I don't really care for fill in the blank so much, I think that this could be a really good study aid for you guys. Okay? The distributive property allows the blank. Here, let me just fix my ring light a little bit. There we go. Apologize, you guys. The distributive property allows the blank outside the parentheses to be blank to the terms inside the parentheses. Allows the, if you guess number, you are right. Or if you knew it was number, you're right, I should say. Number, the parentheses to be distributed. Oh, I should have said distributed. D. See, I make mistakes too. Let me just cross this out and rewrite it. distributed. Distributed. Okay. Each of the 4 members of the Robinson family ordered a drink. D, 2 slices of pizza, P, and and ice cream cone. C. Distribute and write an expression to represent the order. Okay, so there's 4 members of the family. They order a drink, 2 slices of pizza, and an ice cream cone. So, each of the 4 members of the Robinson family order a drink. So each of them orders a drink, so that's 4. So we can put 4D plus, and they order 2 slices of pizza. So that's 2 slices of pizza each. So 2 times 4, because there's 4 of them, and they each order 2. So 2 times 4 is 8. So 8 pizzas, and they each order an ice cream cone, and there's 1 ice cream cone per 4 people, which means 4 cones. And that is our expression. That could be a little confusing, especially if you read it too fast, because you might have only wrote 2 slices of pizza when it's really asking you to multiply 2 times 4. Because remember, there's 4 members of the family. And let's get real here. How many of you really can only eat 1 piece of pizza and you're full? Most of us, we need 2, right? That's just real math. Real math for you. Okay, use the area models below to distribute. So these are always fun. It's kind of like a little bit of a game. So how can we distribute these? Well, 5 times 3x. All right, it'd be 15x. And then we have use the area models to distribute. Be 15x. Get that. Oh, 5 times 3 is 15. 5, oh my gosh, I'm so silly. 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, I'm sorry. So you have 5 times 3 is 15x, and then you would take 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, and that's a plus 10. So let's do the next one together. How about that? 7 times x is going to be 7x. And then we have -9 times 7, which would be -63. You guys see that? Sorry, even teachers, it takes us a minute sometimes. I'm like, what is this box thing going on? But we got through it together. So I'll give you guys a second or two. If you need to copy anything down. Any questions? Okay. All right. Time for some fun. Time for some fun. So we have 5 parenthesis 6x plus 9. So what we're going to do is we're going to distribute this 5. We cannot add 6x plus 9 because this 9 does not have a variable. It does not have the variable x. So now this is where the distributive property comes into place. The distributive property. Okay? So 5 times 6 is 30x plus, and then we just kind of break down the parentheses. We don't need to keep them anymore. And then what is 5 times 9 is 45. And guys, that is your answer. All right. Let's move on to number 5. 4. Well, first of all, there's no variable k with the -2, so we cannot add or subtract anything within these parentheses. We have to use the distributive property. So we take 4 times 3, which is going to give me 12k. Because we bring down that variable, bring down that negative sign. What is 4 times -2? 8. And again, that is your answer. All right. We have 1.5 times 6t, which would be 9t. Because when you have 6.5, 6.5, it would be 9t plus 3. That's your answer. We have 1/2 times 8 minus 6. Now wait a minute. That's a 6. I'm sorry, I got old eyes, I guess. That is a 6j. I thought that was 2 brackets. Can you guys see that a little bit better? Okay. So 1/2 times 8 is going to be, what's 1/2 of 8, guys? 4. 1/2 of 8 is 4. Minus, what's 1/2 of 6? 3j. All right, here's a real fun one. Do not be intimidated by number 8. No reason to be. We are using the distributive property. Have you guys figured that out yet? 8 times p is 8p plus 8 times 7 is 56 plus 8 times 2q is 16q. All right, number 4. 4 times 3.2 is 12.8. 12.8d minus 4 times 10 is 40. So you always start You start with the first one, and then you can go to your second one. Okay? Okay. Simplify the expression using the distributive property, then combine any like terms. Okay. So, what we have to do is, what says simplify the expression using the distributive property. So we're going to get rid of the parentheses, and then we are going to combine anything that are alike. So anything with a variable, if there's multiple variables, we're going to combine them together to make them simple. If there's no variable or any numbers without variables, we're going to combine those. So you guys will see what the finished product looks like. So 6 times 4 is 24, and then we don't forget the C. 6 times 2, bring down that subtraction sign, is going to be 12 plus 10. Now let's simplify this. Do you guys see anything that maybe we can simplify? Yeah, we can simplify the negative 12 and the 10. So if you owe somebody $12 but you only paid them back 10, you would have to owe them negative 2. So it'd be 24C negative 2. That's your answer. Okay, again, let's combine. 6 times 3B is 18B. 18B plus 6 times 7 is what? 6 times 7. 42 plus 5B. Now, we did not need to distribute past the parenthesis. We only distribute what is in the given parentheses. Anything that comes after the parentheses, we're not distributing, just so you know. So now, what like terms can we combine? Well, 18 has a B and 5 has a B. And they're both positive, right? So 18 plus 5 is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23B plus 42. All right. Let's do our next one. So now we have 3x plus 2 parenthesis 4x plus 7. All right, we're going to start with this 2. 2 times 4x is going to be 8x. And don't forget this plus sign. Just bring everything down. Plus 2 times 7 is 14. Now we combine like terms. 8x and 3x can be combined because they both have variables of x's. 8 plus 3 is what? 8, 9, 10, 11. 11x plus 14. And we are almost done. Expressions can be factored to remove the common factor. This is how we undo the distributive property. Determine the greatest common factor between the values. Remove the greatest common factor by dividing each term by it. Example, 6x plus 15. The greatest common factor is 3. So 3 times 2x plus 15. That's what it would give us. Okay. So what we do here is we are going to break this apart. We're going to make the top the variable in the 4. 4 times x, look at that. 4 times x is 4x. And then we have 16. 4 times positive 4 is 16. Same thing, x, 12. Okay, again, camera died, my bad. So 12 times x, the x has an invisible 1, like I said last lesson. So 12 times x is 12. And then we have 18. Oh, wait a minute, we can't do it like that. Because we have this 18 and we have to make these, and we have to find the greatest common factor. So we can make this 2x times 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 6 times positive 3 gives us 18. Okay. 13. How do we're kind of undoing everything that we just did. So we're going to rewrite each expression as a product of two factors. So, well, 2 and 6 have something in common, right? 2 times 3 gives us 6. So let's try this. 2 times 3a plus 1. 2 times 3a is 6a plus 2 times 1 is 2. These are equal to each other. Okay, how about this one? 9 and 24 have what in common? If you guessed 3, that is correct. So let's try it. 3 times 8x minus 3, because 3 can go into 9. So let's try it. 3 times 8 is 24x minus positive 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Okay, last one. 10x and 35. What do they have in common? They have the number 5 in common. You can divide it by 5. So let's put 5 here, parenthesis. 5 times what gives me 10? 2. 2x plus 5 times 7 gives me 35. And you guys can't really see that. So again, 5 times 2x is 10x plus 5 times 7 is 35. And that is it. So you guys, for homework tonight, you are going to be working on this sheet. I will upload this video so that way you guys can reference it, and we will be going over any questions that you have during class, and feel free to take notes, and if you need to stop me at any time, that is also always recommended. I will see you guys in the future. Bye.